You guys included. You're going to head to there this weekend.
Yeah, because boy, tens of thousands of people are going to be heading out there, and it's different than last week when we had the country music, or I'm sorry, the Chris Stapleton at Paycor. Yeah. It's different than this because you're in the middle of a field,
right? So
you can't really take shelter anywhere. And that's what always worries me.
What I understand, the parking is a little bit far too. So even trying to get to your car, because if there's lightning, your car can actually be a good spot. Now, if it turns severe and we're talking tornadoes, different story there, but. When we're talking just a lightning kind of thunderstorm, your car actually isn't a bad
it's grounded with your tires.
Yes, exactly. Right. So hopefully people can kind of start to think ahead about what they would do if something were to kind of pop up, because I think that's a really good possibility tomorrow, possibly even Saturday too. This evening, radar is still looking to be a little bit more active, especially for spots in Kentucky, and then down toward Warren County, southern Warren County. We still have that one little downpour, as well as over in Brown County, Georgetown. You're starting to dry out after that's moved through. Russellville still seeing some light rainfall just outside of town for you, but Route 68 still seeing some of that rainfall along there. Butlerville, you're seeing some rain, anywhere from light to moderate rainfall rolling in, and that's going to keep on pushing off to the north and east, so making its way over toward Clinton County here fairly soon. I'd say in the next 10 to 15 minutes, starting to move out of Warren over toward Clinton County, and otherwise the rest of greater Cincinnati so far is looking quiet, except for a few downpours that are trying to go back up into Kentucky. So as we go through the rest of tonight, we are still going to see those rain chances sticking with us, and they'll be around throughout the entire weekend, with the system kind of stalling out right on top of us. So weather impacts today through Saturday. I do think Friday, and at this point even Saturday, some downpours and thunderstorms are going to be pretty impactful to any sort of outdoor plans you might be going to. Even if it's not VOA, if you're just trying to spend some time outside with some friends, one of the last weekends of summer for the kids, there is going to be rainfall around. Now by Sunday, we start to dry out. However, it's still going to stay very sticky outside Sunday throughout a lot of next week too. And those rain chances quickly start to come back to our forecast early next week. So for the rest of tonight, I do still think spotty downpours will be a possibility. So if you're heading up to Westchester for the VOA Fest, have a poncho or a raincoat nearby. And then once we get into the overnight time frame, can't even rule out the chance of showers overnight tonight or really early tomorrow morning. I do think the first half of the day, though, for your Friday is going to be the driest, but once we get into the afternoon and evening, look at how quickly these start to bubble up. Once we get into the afternoon time frame, widespread rain, thunderstorms will all be a possibility throughout all of greater Cincinnati. Not any one spot throughout the entire day, but I still think there's enough of a chance equally throughout a lot of the area that it's going to be pretty likely that that rain's going to be moving into your neighborhood. Heavy downpours, I do think there's a risk for some flooding, localized instances of that, as well as frequent lightning, possibly even some stronger winds gusting with some of this, stronger thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. And even as we get closer to sunset, we'll still hold on to that chance of rain. At this point, I do think most of the activity is prior to sunset tomorrow, so before about 8 or 9 o'clock. But even after that, Futurecast wants to still keep in at least a couple of showers or downpours around. So I still think by 11 o'clock tomorrow night, there could still be rain on the radar out there. So once we get into tomorrow, I do think it's going to be all systems go for seeing that rainfall impacting us. And then by Saturday too, at this point, Saturday doesn't look much different with the rain threat, but the timing is a little bit more sped up on Saturday. I think once we get into Saturday night, we begin to dry out. And that's going to bring us into Sunday being a dry day, but still very hot and humid with temperatures around 86 on Sunday. Still humid outside tomorrow too, very tropical feel to the day. Friday, with that potential for some rain and thunderstorms, those impacts going to be lightning, heavy rainfall, possibly even some stronger winds gusting into some of those storms too. And then Saturday, we'll be watching for all those same impacts. Ashley and Sheree.
All right, Allison, thanks.